Once upon a time, in a quaint little village, there lived 3 little pigs. Each pig was unique, with distinct personalities and dreams, yet they shared a common goal: to build a house that would keep them safe from the big bad wolf that roamed the nearby woods. The first pig, the youngest and most carefree, was named Percy. Percy was a bit of a dreamer, always chasing after the next fun thing, and preferring to play rather than work. The second pig, Penelope, was more practical and sensible. She believed in balance. She worked hard, but also knew how to enjoy life. The eldest pig, Patrick, was the wisest of the 3, often taking the lead in their adventures and decisions. He was cautious and meticulous, always thinking 2 steps ahead. One sunny morning, the 3 little pigs decided it was time to build their houses. Percy, eager to finish quickly so he could go frolic in the meadow, chose to build his house out of straw. "It'll be quick and easy," he declared, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Penelope, who liked to take her time and ensure her work was sturdy, opted for sticks. "It'll be stronger than straw," she reasoned, "and still won't take too long." Patrick, however, had a different approach. He wanted his house to withstand anything that might come their way, especially the wolf. He chose bricks, knowing it would take longer but would ultimately provide the strongest shelter. As the days passed, Percy finished his straw house in just one afternoon. He danced around, proud of his speed, and raced off to join his friends in the fields. Penelope took a bit longer, but her stick house was completed by the end of the week. She joined Percy in the meadow, laughing and playing, but secretly feeling a bit uneasy about the strength of their homes. Patrick, meanwhile, worked tirelessly, laying 1 brick at a time, ensuring everything was perfect. He often looked at his siblings, shaking his head slightly at their carefree attitude. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the village, the big bad wolf caught sight of Percy's straw house. His stomach growled, and a wicked grin spread across his face. "Dinner is served," he thought, rubbing his paws together. With a swift knock on the door, he called out, little pig, let me come in." "Not by the hair on my chin," Percy squealed, trembling with fear. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," the wolf roared. With a mighty breath, he unleashed a powerful gust that sent the straw flying, and in an instant, the house crumbled into a heap. Percy squealed in terror and dashed to Penelope's stick house, his heart racing. Let me in," he cried as he banged on Penelope's door. She quickly opened it, and they both huddled inside, shaking with fear. The wolf, now more determined than ever, followed them to the stick house. He knocked again. Little pig, let me come in." "No, Nisai seen. Not by the hair on our chins," they replied in unison, their voices quivering. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," the wolf bellowed. With a powerful breath, he blew against the stick house, and it shattered like a house of cards. The 2 little pigs squealed in horror, and ran as fast as their little legs could carry them to Patrick's brick house. Let us in, they cried, nearly tumbling over each other in their haste. Patrick opened the door wide, ushering them inside. "What happened?" he asked, concern etched on his face. "The wolf! He blew our houses down!" they gasped, their voices overlapping in a rush of panic. "Stay calm," Patrick instructed, his voice steady. "We'll be safe here." The wolf, relentless in his pursuit, arrived at the brick house. He knocked on the door, his voice dripping with malice. Little pigs, let me come in. Not by the hair on our chins," the 3 pigs shouted, their voices united in defiance. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." "Li!" the wolf roared, his breath filling his lungs. He huffed and puffed with all his might, but the brick house stood firm. He huffed it again and again, but the walls didn't budge. Frustrated and out of breath, the wolf decided to change tactics. "If I can't get in through the door," he thought, "I'll find another way." He climbed onto the roof, determined to enter through the chimney. The 3 little pigs, wise to the wolf's cunning, had a plan. Patrick quickly gathered some firewood and lit a roaring fire in the fireplace, while Penelope and Percy prepared a large pot of water to boil. As the wolf descended the chimney, he suddenly found himself falling into the pot of boiling water. With a yelp of surprise and pain, he shot back up the chimney and scrambled away, never to be seen again. The three little pigs cheered, their hearts swelling with relief. They had outsmarted the wolf together, and in that moment, they realized the importance of their differences. Percy's carefree nature had brought joy and laughter. Penelope's practicality had ensured they stayed together, and Patrick's wisdom had saved them all. From that day on, they lived happily in the sturdy brick house, united as a family. They learned to appreciate each other's strengths, understanding that while they might approach life differently, together they were unstoppable. And so, the three little pigs thrived, creating a life filled with laughter, love, and safety, free from the threats of the outside world. They spent their days playing and working side by side, always remembering the lesson they had learned. That strength lies not just in individual efforts, but in the bonds of family and friendship.